One of the most frustrating things in life is miscommunication. And in business, this is disastrous when this happens because it can impact team dynamics, strategies, you name it. Things can go downward quite quickly. Well, if you would like to improve communication skills at work, stay tuned because I have some really great tips for you in this video. In order to improve communication at work, you need to be a master of mindfulness because you got to kind of tune into your body sensations when you are communicating. There is energy around us all the time, and picking up on that stuff is critical. So stay tuned until the end of this video because I'm giving you my free mindfulness work guide so that you can be a better communicator. Hi, I'm Adriana Girdler, a productivity expert with over 20 plus years in the business. Good communication in business is a must. And I'm going to share with you 5 tips on how you can be a great communicator at work. Underestimate people's understanding. A graduate student from Stanford University did this study which showed that those who were presenting overestimated how much their audience was taking in. Now, we do this all the time. We think that I said something and guess what? You've soaked it all up. It's not the case. So what you need to do is underestimate. So as I like to say, over communicate. A lot of times, just because we said something once, we could have been distracted, something's on our mind, who knows? But saying it over and over again, over communicating, particularly really critical points, is a key if you're going to be a great communicator at work. Clarify and double check. Now this is a two-way street. So whenever I'm giving information, as I said earlier on, I over communicate to make sure, but I also ask people, do you understand what I'm saying to you? And asking. But vice versa, if you're getting information from people, particularly instructions or agreements, you really want to say, okay, let me repeat back to you what I heard you say. Or is this the agreements that we have? Those simple little techniques are huge in ensuring that everybody's on the same page. So clarify and double check. Have you ever had to re-clarify information that someone gave to you because it was really unclear? Well, in the comments below, say, hell yeah. Take a breather. Okay, that simple technique of just being really aware of breath can play a huge impact in communication because it gives you that 10 seconds just to kind of let things go. Things can be stressful, things can be frustrating, and if you have to reply right away without taking that second, it can have dire consequences on outcomes, and you don't want to do it. So I actually have a 10-second, 24-hour rule I want to share with you. If you have something that is really critical, give yourself 10 seconds. Take some deep breaths, quickly count to 10 before your answer. It just gives you enough time to formulate your thought. And the other little trick I have is 24 hours. If something major happened and you're stressed and frustrated and you need to communicate about it, don't rush into it, okay? Because sometimes that can have a real negative impact. Give yourself 24 hours. Give yourself that breather, that room to think about it, calm down, and truly your communication will be a lot better. It will be one that is not charged, and that's exactly what you want when you're going to be a great communicator at work. Stay focused. Now, this may kind of seem like, what, for communication? But yes, in communication, you need to stay focused. And what I mean by this, really, it's listening and not formulating. So if you're going to be great with communication at work and improve your communication skills, you really have to learn how to be in the moment and listen to what the other person is saying to you. This is something that we could all work on, including myself, every day, of listening and really being in the moment and not trying to formulate our thoughts so that we have a great response to give back to the person, because then we're missing out on some really important things that they're trying to tell us because we're so focused on ourselves when really we got to be focused on the other person. Choose the right method. Now, we all know to have effective communication is not always about face-to-face interactions. We have communication all the time with people electronically, and if you're lucky, you get something in the snail mail like a card, which I always love. I still like that old-fashioned kind of communication. But that all being said, there are different ways to communicate, and you got to know when to do it. So if you have something really important to say to someone, I really highly recommend you do it face-to-face. That way you can have conversation and they can explain their side of the story. But if it's just generic communication as to what's going on, email is the place to do it. But try to keep it short and sweet. On that note, really think about what and how and who. And then based on that, you can decide the method of communication that's going to work best. Now that you're a better communicator at work, it is important that you become very mindful about your communication. And I want you to take a look at this amazing download I have for you. Just click on the link below and you can grab these great tips and techniques that are going to help you improve your communication. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with all the peeps that you know. If you really resonated with this video, or if you have some amazing communication tips for me because you are a communication rock star, please comment below. Talk to you next time.